What's up, YouTube? What's up, Alphas gang? Welcome back to another XG reaction. We're here today with the Shooting Star Choreography. So first up for our first watch, we've got the choreography performance video version, and then for our second watch with all the analysis, we will have the dance practice with our fixed full focus camera angle for all of the best analysis and the frame by frames. You know we love some good frame by frames, especially with XG. But yeah, I've been loving this song. It has been on repeat so often for me lately. I think this is the most I've played any XG song so far even. So kind of crazy, kind of exciting. So I cannot wait to see the full choreography. Let's check it out. Already insane intro.
Everything I do it A1 flawless. Make them go insane. Pandemonium.
They're just so sharp.
Fresh, got the green in my diet. Head to my toe, shining like canary diamonds. Yeah, freedom cool kiss, not into it. Going stupid saucing. We are movement, never losing. Make you move, stay poppin'. Giving my all, will it pay off? Working overtime, no days off. All these shooting stars in the dark. All these shooting stars in the dark, make a wish. Take it off from the ground, it's amazing. It's so out of this world, I'm in space, now I'm going up. Heading to the stars, for them treading.
Lots of reveal moments in this choreo.
Yeah, we riding, so shining, shining, shining for sure. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, I put it well like it's a habit. It's a big move. Every day's like a dream. Making big moves. Yeah, we do it for a team. Ooh,
Perfectly on beat with the steps.
ooh, I bet you can imagine. Don't need a stunt, cause we cool and suit and booty just for fun. You couldn't run up on me, I'm too out of this world. I got that spaceship jumping ready for my lunch. I don't care for my breath.
That
I'm
was
just
so
going
satisfying.
down. I ain't tryna fire shots, but they do it now. I know they're watching me. I'm on a wannabe. Nobody touching me. I got this energy. Everybody giving my all, will it pay off? Working overtime, no days off. All these shooting stars in the dark. All these shooting stars in the dark, make a way.
Gotta get that star formation.
From the ground, it's amazing. It's so out of this world, I'm in space, now I'm going up. Heading to the stars, couldn't tread it up for another life, no. Yeah, we riding, riding, riding on low. So shining, shining, shining for sure. Ooh, I'm looking so lavish.
So satisfying. Love a good body roll.
Every day's like a dream, making big moves. Yeah, we do it for a team. Ooh, I'm looking so lavish. Ooh, yeah, I bet you can't imagine.
Such good neck
You
isolations.
rockin' with a dream team. Call me stripping when we
They
hit the
do
scene.
those turns on the heels like that so well.
We're shooting from another galaxy. And you know we take it all the way. Lights and camera action is just how we live. Don't get it twisted, this entire play. Just know that XG is going on. Riding, riding, riding on up. So shining, shining, shining for sure. Ooh, shining, shining, lavish. Ooh, I put in work like it's a habit. Big move. Every day's like a dream. Making big moves. As a chick is on the queen. Looking so lavish. Ooh, yeah, I bet you can't imagine.
You have to be so precise with such small neck isolations like that for it to be able to have an impact. And they do it. They do it. It's so crazy every time I watch one of their choreographies. It's just like there's sharp and then there's XG sharp. It's a different breed. They're so good. Like the precision on everything, the synchronization on everything, the choreo itself always goes perfectly with the song. They make you feel the music extra hard by the way that they move. And yeah, I mean, they're always They're always doing the most, and we'll get into it. No, I mean, the beginning, perfect intro, like I said. Like that shining star. And this is just such a good example of how impactful hand and finger positions are, which I talk about very often, but this like just really puts it into like that one exact position, just to really show you how much that difference between the fist and the open hand makes. And then for this, like, you get that twinkling star effect, and then you got that reveal. Perfection. And like they really sit back into it, like body roll into it. And I mean, look how far they end up leaning back. Like, this is a lot of core control to control this lean like that. And then boom, so sharp right out of this. Like, we get into this formation, like they spread out a lot from that straight line here instantly. And they're all perfectly aligned, like the precision in that. And to get there like that is really, really impressive. And like that, these like bounces that they're doing here, like they're getting their whole body into it. And it's hard to control a movement like that and make it look good. Like, you notice the difference is like they're really leaning into that hip extension. That's what makes it the most impactful, is going from this extended hip position where they're in a full diagonal line and then breaking that line and then bending at the hips. But then they still like, they let the ends of the lever, like their head still gets a lot of like the bounce and the momentum from it. And so that's what like really makes you feel it. And then of course they're all perfectly in sync. And then the head turn too. Ooh. I mean, so satisfying. That, you know, that foot ASMR, but just look how sharp they are. Look how in sync they are. Boom. Boom. And then this, like, another great example of like their balance here. Like, they let this lean, they let it keep moving the whole time. They never fully freeze, but they have to, like, you have to really engage that core as your center of gravity as they move past being vertical over the foot. Then it's all core and quad and that stability in the foot, like really thinking about like that three-pointed balance on the ground. Like, it's a lot of control to be able to keep that lean very stable while also continuously moving. But I love this contrast here between like a slow motion and then like quicker but very like smaller and precise movements. Like, they have that lean and then they finish it off with the neck isolations. And then like those quick steps, and then this turn, they really sit into that. They really let it come around. Like, see how much they open up that chest and that shoulders into it. And so then when they close it off at the end, it hits extra hard. And then like they drop into this, and then those knees. Again, those precise hand movements too. It just really shows you, like, they are the best at really just showing you how those little details matter the most, because they're very difficult to pull off if you can't be 100% precise and 100% in sync with them. So Like often you might not see like a lot of groups even going for that because it's a risk of just looking super messy and not like impactful at all if you can't do it perfectly. But they can, so they can use these details very often. And then this is perfect, like back into that line formation and then reveal as we switch up for the pre-chorus, the stunning pre-chorus with my favorite Chisa vocals. Oh, a nice satisfying domino effect there, and then the hand motion too as you open it up. Like I like it the like double meaning of like it's like releasing a bow, but it's also like boom, star. Like they're just so perfectly on beat and in sync with each other as they do these reveals. It's so satisfying to watch. And whenever I make an XG choreography reaction, my most used word is probably satisfying. You had a satisfying counter, you'd be like, "Oh my god, she cannot stop saying that." But it just is. Like they just do everything so perfectly. It's just so nice to watch because it lines up with that music perfectly. It feels like they're the ones making the music when they dance. And then I love this, like, okay, we don't need the captions here. But like these are more rhythmic movements, but they still play with the tempo. Like it starts off faster and then it slows down as they sink into the hip. But you've got like a few of them in a row, and then they break it really quick with that turn. And it's quick, it's dramatic. Like as they whip away from the camera, it's always dramatic, like when you look away, because it doesn't happen too often. And you got that whole the whole hair flip too. See, even the hair is in sync. That's how you know. And so it really helps like break up like that slower tempo that they start off with, and then boom, and then they can get back into that rhythmic movements with where it still feels dramatic and it doesn't feel too repetitive because they break it up. And then this is great too. So we come into this formation with the body rolls. You guys know, love a good body roll. But like the like hip circle movement and then this body roll movement, they're not very big movements. They're not taking up a ton of space. So then they contrast it once they get into this line with these side facing movements. And again, like the line formation itself is a very dramatic formation because it's just like it's the biggest your profile as a group can be, the widest it can be. But then having these poses that they do, these poses and movements that they're doing here, facing sideways makes them extra dramatic. Because if they're in this pose but facing you, like their profile, it's still just a straight up and down line. But since they're facing to the side, now you get all these shapes, all these angles, and all these silhouettes. And which, like I said, contrasts the movements where we just had before, where there wasn't a ton of change in the silhouette. So it makes this extra impactful, it makes those extra impactful, it works perfectly together. And then the steps perfectly on beat. It's so satisfying. And then also like they make sure to really pick up those feet, turn those knees out just a little bit to make the silhouette changes more dramatic, to take up more space, right? And that makes it all the more impactful. But yeah, look at that synchronization. On point, as always. Like those isolations that they're doing there are very small ones. Like they're not going like as far as they can side to side. It's just a little bit. And like I said, to be able to make movements that small, this impactful, is so difficult to do because everything else about your body has to be completely precise and completely still. They have to completely isolate the neck. Like when you do larger neck isolations, you can add in a little bit of shoulder there to help you get it. But when they're this small, like the shoulders can't move at all, or else it will not have the impact that it needs to. So just like really good isolation work there. This part right here, the little, just adding in that knee like turnout motion, really quick. Just a small moment there. Like just that tiny little moment where they're in that position where the feet are staggered and they add that turnout of the knees. It's just that tiny thing. But again, it's so impactful because that position has just been like back and forth, front and back. Adding in that side to side movement, it's like, whoa, that's something different. Immediately draws your eye. That part, so good. Like it looked like they fake you out. You think they're gonna join in the line formation. We're about to get this super small profile, but then nope, we've got these big kicks coming right out. And look at that. Look at the synchronicity. Perfect lines, perfect angles, all parallel to each other. Hitting that extension, feet leaving the ground all at the same time. But yeah, that fake out is really smart. The footwork here. Like every single step was on the lyrics. So impressive. And see, again, like the precise hands, but then also like this last one, like they hold it just an extra second longer than they've held any other movement. So it's just like really a wow moment. And then love that little hip swing coming out of it. It just hits. And then this part, like just that transition in this movement. And look, they all hit full extension. They let that movement really drag them all the way out. Like you can see, especially her shoulder here and her shoulder here. Like you see them come all the way out. Like that shoulder comes as far up as it goes. So they just really let that movement take its full course. They don't stop it short. They don't rush. They don't cut it off. And that makes it dramatic. And then the star formation, of course, this is fun. And then again, it's those little movements of the head where it's only impactful if you're able to make everything else completely, perfectly precise and still. And they do. This spin here, really precise there. And you can even see, like, she slows it down as she gets to the end of it. But that's really impressive. Like, she comes down into the turn and then controls it so well. And then nice, like, to change it up from the first chorus, they changed the formations a little bit. The way they like click into this position, like, oh, and they lock into it with the shoulder and then the head coming back at the same time. It's just like, it feels like you just clicked two pieces together. It's really, really satisfying because you've come from these very rhythmic movements, but then it's boom. Ugh. I think this is Jurin here, but her body rolls here are just like perfection. Like the precision, the line, the range of motion, the fluidity, but also the sharpness as she goes into it. So good. And then these knee movements, changing up the angles, changing up the direction. Really nice there on the beat. Sharp, satisfying. But again, those little sharp movements and then into something more fluid. The contrast. But you can't imagine. Oh, you're working with a dream team. Can't imagine. Oh, you're working with a dream. They do, whenever they have choreo like this, where they're like in a position and then they turn themselves as if they're on a revolving platform, they are so good at it because it doesn't, like, you can't even hardly tell where the movement is originating from. Like, they just have it so perfect. They keep their bodies so perfectly still as they turn on that midfoot. And then this formation change into this motion here is just really nice. Like, they come back into that center. You've got that extended leg. All of the angles coming around, they're all parallel. You've got the negative space in between. Then you've got the arm coming out too. The extended line into the back arm, perfectly aligned. It's just really nice. Like, all of these angles, super sharp, super extended. See that hand, it extends the line of the arm when it's flat, so it's just like, and then the foot too being pointed, like, it just, your eye just, it goes right along it. Very satisfying. And then her in the center controlling their movements. She comes down, they come down. So nice. And then all the arms come up. Those formations were just really, really good. But yeah, just all the difference between quick movements, fluid movements, slower movements, sharp movements. It just all happens right here. Like, you can just, there's just so many different qualities of movement contrasting each other in this part. So we're just gonna watch it yet again, just so you can really see it. That chest pop, love. And then, like, since we're in the final chorus, it's bigger this time. Like, it's more grand. We still got those rhythmic movements, but now they're larger movements. They're sharper lines. They're taking up more space. They're bigger to match the bigger aspect of the music for this final chorus. But it's still that same tempo, that same rhythmic flow. And then finishing off in that line formation, again, most powerful formation, your widest profile, and that fierce over the shoulder look, and then you can have a really sassy walk off. It's perfect. So yeah, yet again, XG slays, but what else would we expect from them, right? They're always gonna do it. Their choreos are just so good. It's just like you go from watching anyone else and then you watch them and it's like, wow, there's good dancing and then there's great dancing. And the difference is just so stark with them. And it's so impressive every time. And I love this song. Like I said, it's been on repeat. I think it's got to be my favorite XG song I've heard so far. But yeah, I don't have planned yet what I'm going to watch next. So let me know in the comments what your recommendations are. I know I've had some for Woke Up, Tippy Toes. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to watch. I'll be getting to it. You guys know I'm obsessed with them. They're just too good. So if you want to check out any of my other XG reactions, make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've missed any of them, I've got an XG reactions playlist over in my playlist tab of my channel, so you can check out all of the choreographies and music videos we've been going over with them. Such a great time. And then we also did the core album and listening party for that. If you missed that, go check it out. Then make sure to smash like, comment down below your thoughts here, and then subscribe to the Patreon, link in the description and in my bio. We got daily uploads over there as well, all the content you could ever want. So come join the gang, and I will see you next time.